Welcome to another edition of the Sports One. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port here on a Friday. And how about a Jason Libertelli Friday?
Wow.
First time. How you doing, brother?
Well, it's nice to be here, mate. Really having a good time.
All right,
Has that happened at all? I know, obviously, that was just a play on words, but I mean,
no.
No.
Have I ever slipped into a British accent? No.
Wait, come on, really? Never? Not even once? Like a little twang on one word, and then all of a sudden,
Well, like, maybe
someone's looking at you weird.
Yeah, definitely. Like in England, like
Yeah.
I'm like we were like having like chatting with the boys, and I say like wanker, and they're all like, you don't say that.
You say it like that too, like wanker?
Wanker. Yeah,
Weird, dude. And what does that mean exactly?
I pronounce the ER. They don't pronounce the ER.
Oh.
It sounds weird coming out of my mouth.
And at this point, like, is the English accent basically normal? Like,
Yeah, it is
when you
kind
hear
of.
people
It
talk-
is when I hear people talk. I'm
you don't think they're
like when I
being
got
ridiculous anymore.
back on Thursday. I'm like, where are the British accents? Like everybody's American here.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
It was a little odd.
Favorite part of living there?
Of living there, the public transportation, dude.
Really?
Yeah, not having to worry about my car
Just so you could be hammered all the time.
all the time, dude. All the freaking time. All the time.
If Tony was there with you for like a month straight, would it be a problem?
Oh, dude, Tony would have a huge problem. You'd have to go get help.
Oh my god.
Favorite like place to go out, bar?
There's
what
this
is it?
one pub. It's called the Dacre Arms. It's it's the closest pub to me.
Uh-huh.
The walking distance, and they have like it's just like it's like a super simple. There's like maybe 2 TVs and like there's like a whole backyard area. It's like it's just super nice.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best.
Drinking outside.
I just thought of this because I was telling Tony, last night I was at this place in Stanford, Fiddlers at the Green. They have a couple pool tables, so we're playing there. Is there like that type of thing, like pool halls or pool tables?
I haven't really been to one. But I know they're available. But I went to this place called the Flight Club, and it's basically like Top Golf but for darts.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask that, like darts.
Darts, huge.
So darts is
over
big.
there. Very
and
big.
you've been
over
playing
there.
a lot of darts? Or?
Yeah. I mean, like that's like one of the things. Like I go out with Lily after work, and like we'll go to Flight Club and we'll play darts with like your coworkers, and like I might win every time. But
$1,000 on the line. You and Tony, 20 beers deep. Who's winning?
Whoa.
Wow, dude, that's a lot of variables.
That is a lot of variables. It's 20 beers deep each. I say Jay falls asleep, honestly, halfway through. Yeah, you got it, dude.
No, dude. Nah, dude. It's going to be a tight one, but I think I pull it out in the end.
Like, and historically, is that the case? Like, when you guys have done
when we play?
darts?
No. Tony's really good at like hand-eye coordination when he's drunk. He's notorious for being like the best at foosball, like pool, hammered. So,
yeah.
I think I would definitely beat Tony in darts. 20 beers deep. Yeah, easy.
And Tony, any response to that?
I mean, I don't know. It sounds like Jay's going to this freaking Flight Club or whatever, practicing.
practice.
Yeah, bro. I'm a
right.
member. I'm a member.
You have to be a member of that club?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay. So I don't know. I mean, give me like a week of practice. I feel,
Yeah.
a couple of days even.
Oh, dude, that's a sick vest.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Where'd you get it?
This is your vest. I'm borrowing it right now.
Oh, there you go. I was gonna mention I do like that vest.
It's nice, dude. Just has like the European size, I guess. A little tight.
Yeah, dude, it's an XL, Tony. It's an XL.
I don't know if I can slip into it right now, Tony.
I mean, it's not zipping up on me, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, the average European is much smaller than the average American.
So what size clothes do you still get XLs over there?
I get XLs, yeah, no matter what.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've dropped some LBs since I've been there.
Really, dude?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody says that because they don't put all this poison into the food that they do here.
Exactly.
Wow,
Everybody says it though. Everybody does say it.
But food goes bad so fast.
Really?
Okay, but you know
I'm
what?
at the
That's
grocery
fine.
store every
That's
other
fine.
day. It's kind of lame.
But so you could do what you've done, even if you weren't making your own food, like even if you were just eating out, it's still that much better.
I wouldn't. It's so expensive too.
It is.
Yeah, so it's just like cheaper to go and buy food.
Yeah, but that does Tony, doesn't that annoy you though? That it's like they're fattening us up.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Just
that is like actually really annoying.
And then laughing at us while we're
exactly.
You know,
like they say, hey, pay me for your medical expenses.
And then all of a sudden, you're on Ozempic, dude.
And you're in a commercial. Are the fish and chips that good?
Yes, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Best you've ever had by far.
Oh, 100%. I kind of got fish and chips ruined for me, though, but I'll tell you that's another story.
Oh, God. That's gross, dude. I heard the story. Yeah. How often do you see Gordon Ramsay over there, dude?
I see his face everywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just like, he's like all over the billboards and TV.
Have you seen any like celebrity people? Or anything?
No. It's always like, oh, Benedict Cumberbatch used to live there, or like
then he got out of here.
Yeah, then he left because whatever. And then who else did I see? Have I heard of? There's some famous chef. Who did I tell you last night, Tony?
Famous chef?
Jamie Oliver.
Jamie Oliver.
Oh my God, Jamie Oliver, fun guy.
I didn't see him, but like I've passed by his house a few times.
Have you looked up like the DP World Tour schedule to see if there's any like events nearby?
DP?
Like the European Golf Tour.
No.
That's a good idea though. If you think about it. I'm sure there's something.
There's not many golf courses in like the greater London area.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're all private. But like the public ones are like all very sought after. So it's hard to get a tee time.
It's hard to get a tee time. Yeah. That's a pain. You think I would be able to, because I'm looking to go 3 or 4 times a week. Like it would be tough for me.
Yeah, it'd be tough. Definitely be tough, bro.
Sledding.
I think if you like got ahead of it enough, I think you could get like maybe 1 tee time a week.
That's really
see that would just be done. That's
because the courses are like we give you tee times, but it's like between the hours of 1 and 4 on a Tuesday.
Yeah, of course. Just so it's nice and convenient. Is the temperature similar right now?
Yeah,
similar.
Pretty similar. A lot of rain.
Lots of rain.
What's the deal with like sports over there, dude? Like, is it all about soccer or what, dude?
Yes, dude.
Really?
Everyone's a football head.
Strike 2.
Everyone's got their team, and there's like so many different teams, dude.
Right.
So like when you tell someone who you root for, they're always like, oh, I root for blah blah blah.
Yeah, no, I swear to God, I would have a real tough time with that.
Oh yeah. But like, listen, Stream East. If you guys aren't on it, get on it, because like that's how I've been able to keep in touch with like baseball, hockey, football, all of it.
I feel like you and Michael though were the originators of Stream East.
Oh yeah, Michael really was. He's the one who showed it to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, love Stream East.
So there's a lot of stuff like if you didn't do it, like that's the only way you.
That's the only way I could see it.
Wow. So like what can you see that's going on here that they broadcast? Anything?
Like the big games, like Super Bowl was broadcasted live.
Like NBA playoffs?
No.
Oh yeah, I gotta get.
Do you get ESPN or do you get ESPN Plus?
I would have to get like ESPN Plus. Okay. I don't have ESPN Plus, but like ESPN Plus is like the ticket to like anything you want. And American sports.
I'm guessing
England.
would they VPN you if you tried to like use cable information here and then put it on like your app?
Yeah, if I had a VPN, I feel like I could get away with it.
But without that,
without a way. Like I couldn't. There's no way to do it. I couldn't get YouTube TV over there. It's just not.
You don't want YouTube TV anyway. Honestly.
Yeah. It's kind of shit.
Well, because you can't get the Yes Network.
Yeah.
So I was strike 3.
I am looking to get out to a cricket match though.
Oh, really?
There's a local cricket club around me, and I want to check out.
So I have to say, because a couple of times, I don't know why. I guess on Saturday, I think maybe it's Sunday mornings, but on ESPN they always have those, and it's insane. It just seems like every at bat is a home run.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy.
Oh, they call that bats?
And I don't know what they're called.
They call bowls.
But and we were this kind of segues into what I'm going to ask you. But yes, everybody knows with me, I'm very like like I like specific things. And cricket would be out of the norm, but I have to say, I definitely would want to go to one.
It has a baseball vibe to it.
Exactly. But my follow up here is, and we spent a good amount of time on this yesterday. Have you been to any museums over there?
Oh my gosh.
I went to the National History Museum of Ireland.
Okay.
That was a lot of fun.
And so you thoroughly enjoyed it there, a couple hours, that type of thing?
Yeah, Brian. My favorite exhibit was the bog bodies.
And what's that?
Oh my God.
Dude, I love this exhibit. It was like the last thing we saw. And bogs are like this natural phenomenon that happens in Ireland specifically. It's like where like water mixes with land and earth, like the earth, and it turns into like this like quicksand like a substance, right? And people like in Ireland notoriously drunk, you know, they fall into these bogs, and then hundreds of years later, people have discovered these perfectly preserved bodies where like you can still see their facial structure and like their hair is still attached to their head, and like
that's crazy.
You can like they like dissected their like innards, and like you could tell what they ate for breakfast like the day they died. It was so
I don't know if I could handle that.
All these people like looked like handbags.
Wow.
Like they literally were like shrunken down and like looked like leather.
It's funny. So the reason I was asking
really
that,
cool. Really cool.
So or maybe Tony already told you. Maybe
I did not.
Okay. So Michael Buck agreed with me. Tony was on the other side of this, but and I'm guessing you're more with Tony here. But I was just saying, like, I guess it's hard for me to understand like the buzz, the rush of going to like an art gallery or museum, because like I get it, like you want to see something, but I know like sure you could go there, but I don't get how it turns into like hours of like just like staring, and when you could like look up anything online, it's just hard for me to understand that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Brian, but like there's also like a sense of like you're all experiencing this at once, you know, like everybody else is in there, and then you're seeing this like beautiful art piece, or like sometimes they have like rotating art pieces, and one art piece was like they had set up like a somebody's house. It was like just like a layout of somebody's house, and they like it was like a public art piece that they gave everybody like a roll of stickers, and like you were like part of the art piece, so like you got to put the stickers wherever you wanted, and like there was like hundreds, thousands of people lining up to do this thing. So by the end of it, this white landscape was just covered in like rainbow stickers, and it was cool to like participate in like an art piece, you know, and like they like had it out for like weeks at a time.
Now something like that, like obviously you enjoyed that experience. Is that like an every once in a while thing for you, or you couldn't be like every week going to like a different art gallery?
No,
like museum.
Yeah,
Tony
would
get a membership.
I don't know about
free,
that.
Art trips per year.
Free.
That would be like tolerable for you. Art or museum combined for the year.
I mean, I feel like tolerable would be. I mean, I guess it depends. I guess, but I can handle it once a month.
Once a month. Wow.
I mean, all these places are free to like experience too. So it's like not like it's any.
What's the fucking museum in New Haven? Peabody, the Peabody Museum, right?
Yeah,
they just add a dinosaur or something, dude.
That's cool.
I go there.
Yeah. No. And listen, I truly mean this. I know Tony probably thinks I'm being sarcastic, but you know, I honestly respect you guys like that. But for me, it's like just right away, I'm just like, I can't do this.
Yeah. You gotta stand. You can see Brian like walking around. He's got his hands behind his back. He's like kicking rocks around. He's like, oh, come on,
looking
Sam.
around.
Let's get out of here.
Oh my God.
Any baseball parks in here?
No, they'd be like it'd be dead silent, and then you just hear like the approaching like Michael K calls of a Yankee game streaming.
Because Tony was even saying like, oh, you wouldn't want to go see this exhibit to see this like mural of the Yankee championship, and I go, I'll order one, but I don't need to go like stare at it and have my champagne and caviar. You know what I mean?
In the city, they had a pop-up James Bond museum.
Ooh,
all like props and stuff from the movies, agent whatever, spy stuff.
I mean, it's like one of those things. If like I said yesterday, like if I never saw it ever, I mean, would my life still go on? I mean, I think so.
100%. You ever been to the Spy Museum, Tony?
Cause I have actually. Where is that?
It's in DC.
No, never been.
We were actually talking about DC yesterday too.
Have you been?
You've been there, DC or no?
Yeah, I've been to DC a handful of times. Yeah.
Okay, what'd you think of it?
I mean, it's very like a pristine capital city, you know?
It's almost like the champagne and the caviar.
Yeah, it is.
But I was saying, like, I thought it was cool, like, because I hadn't seen it till this was like, 7 years ago now? Like the monuments and stuff. But I feel like for me, it was like, okay, I don't really like need to go back after going originally. Like, yes, I would go to a sports game there. Like, I'd be fine with that. But,
that'd be cool.
Yeah. So, kind of we haven't had honestly a out of like direct sport correlation open in a while, Tony.
I know, dude. This is great. It's been a while.
This is the culture corner. Right?
The culture corner.
Wow.
And we have a lot of comments already, so let's get to those, Tony.
Yes, we do. We have Kev Do Taylor in the house. He says, we want the smoke. Damn it, Rangers lose. We need the win on Saturday. #TCA, #DTV, #SportsPort. Shout out to the crew, Brian, a.k.a. Yankee Boy, Tony, Mike, Renee, and in all caps, Bukta, dude.
Kev Do, the best that there is. And
Classic.
Kind of interesting. You think he waited, because it's been a while since he did Yankee Boy. You think he waited? I mean, Yankees obviously won yesterday, but
Mets won.
Finally won. So you think that was kind of
a good win too? Yeah, of course. Has to be.
Oh, yeah.
Not a coincidence here. He also says Domac Bernie kicks raw frozen hockey pucks, actually, not rocks. Big shout out to my guy, Matty G.
No Marty today?
No Marty at all, dude. His, I guess he maybe woke up early, well rested, maybe, you know, no boiler room this morning.
OTAs, Marty Lyons.
Absolutely. And Matty Ice can go sit on a pole if he comes in with the negativity. And then he goes, wait a minute, my bad, Domac. The kick rocks is not meant towards you. And then he says, if you're not down with TCA or DTV, I got 3 words for you. Go to hell.
Dude, jacked up.
Dude, honestly. Speaking of jacked up, Josh B says, Jason, dude.
Yes.
And then he says, let's go. What up, fam? Tough L last night.
What up, Josh?
Jay Bird, welcome back. Michael Theophil says, let's go. Legends, dude.
Michael.
Kev says, Jay Bird, what's good, my guy? Hashtag Mexican flan.
You know it.
And then he says, yo, love the hat barns.
Let's go.
Hashtag TCA, obviously.
Appreciate that. Another fashion compliment for me, which is great.
Damn.
Dude, all week with you. It's all compliment Brian.
That's right. Everyone's complimenting his
Brian,
shirts.
yeah.
Brian loves his shirts.
But shout out Josh again. I mean, just the speed of the way the hat was made and then how fresh it is. I mean, it kind of is insane, Tony.
Oh, yeah, dude. It really is. And it is great. I mean, and you wear it well, and you seem like keeping it clean and good shape. So that's good, dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of good shape, Mark's Takes, dude, says, what's up, fellas?
Hey, Mark.
What up, Mark? Thanks for tuning in, dude.
For a second, I thought that was Mark Coe.
Oh, Mark Coe. No, this is Mark's Takes.
But also, it would have if it was Mark Coe, he would have said, "Hey, buddies.
Hey, buddies.
You gotta pick up on those things." So of course you gotta talk about last night, but just quickly before we get to that, the second round of the RBC Canadian Open, Canada underway here early on in the second round. But Robert McIntyre, 8 under par, shot 64 yesterday. He's 2 under through 6. He leads by 1 over David Skin, Sean O'Hare, and Sam Burns. You have the Canadian Mackenzie Hughes, 5th place at 6 under par. He's 5 under through his first 8 holes on his second round. And then rounding out the top 10, you have Andrew Novak, Nick Hardy, and Trace Crow at 5 under. And then all tied at 9 under, Chad Ramey, the Canadian Corey Connors, Ashke Bahadia, Rory McIlroy, and Ryan Fox. So Rory McIlroy, my pick to win this, opened with a 66 yesterday. And I'm having amnesia. Who did you take, Tony?
To win?
Yeah. I mean, I can just pull up the document. Isn't it crazy, though? It's like it wasn't that long ago, but I feel like this happens to me all the time. Where
Hogarth was my sweeper, and it was that.
Oh, he was your
sweeper. With Chris Connor. Is it Chris Connor? Corey Connor.
Oh, Corey Connors. Oh, okay. So he's tied for 9th. So actually, our guys are both tied for the same, but Rory shot 3 shots better and hasn't teed off yet. Connors 3 under through 10. So that's going to be an interesting battle. Tony, huh?
Yeah, dude.
One thing I just happened to think of too, because we didn't get to talk to you about this, Jay. How crazy was the whole Scotty Scheffler thing?
Wild, dude.
Like, couldn't
so
believe
crazy.
It. You heard like he's clear now.
Yeah, he's all good now.
Great to hear.
So what was it? Just a misunderstanding, right?
That's what they said. I knew that from the start because you know how he is. He's not some like aggressive guy that's gonna assault somebody.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
And the way they like painted that story is like he hit the person with his car. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
I think I told him
like on purpose too.
I think I told Tony about this, but I never let him hear the end of it. So you know, how, like Brandon sometimes, like just with his like takes and stuff, like he doesn't even know what he's saying. Like he doesn't think about it. He just says it. So he calls me the day that happens. And he goes, "Wow, that's Scotty Scheffler. He's really got an anger problem." And I said, "Brandon, please just stop right there. You don't have to embarrass yourself. You don't know what you're talking about." And then yesterday I saw him again. Didn't let him hear the end of it. I said, no. That's Ryan. That's it. So just wanted to bring that to the mix there. But let's rip off the Band-Aid. Let's go to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores. Captain with the overtime winner. That's the middle. It's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping. Rink wide. Made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
turn. Side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy! David Pasternak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights!
Just to start this out a letter note, I guess obviously I just thought of this because Jay's here, but I was cracking up to myself just right now thinking about when we had the NFL picks, we go back and forth, and there was like a little struggle with the total.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
24, 21. Oh man. Unfortunately, guys, that's where the laughter ends as the Panthers take game 5 at the Garden last night, 3-2, and kind of similar to stuff we've seen before, where again, defensive first period, nothing on offense. You do get a shorty 2 minutes into the second from Chris Kreider, his 8th goal of the postseason. Zibanejad in on the assist, but that only lasts for a little over 6 minutes as Forsling ties the game, his 4th. So 1-1 heading into the third. In the third period, unfortunately dominated by the Panthers. Lundell had a goal about 10.5 minutes into the third. And then they get an empty netter to ice it just under 2 minutes remaining. Lafreniere at that point does get a goal, his 8th, to tie Kreider for the team lead, too late. Had maybe a couple last shot opportunities there. But once again, we find ourselves saying, the Rangers lose this game because they can't get the offense going, and the big guns are not stepping up. Nope. And me and Tony were talking about this before the show. I mean, massive disappointment after 49 goals in the regular season. Artemi Panarin basically invisible out on the ice. So right now, your backs are against the wall. Yes, anything is still in play, but I know we all can agree. I mean, this is just not a good feeling right now, and it just feels like there's no excuse at the end of the day for why the Rangers are down 3-2 in this series.
Yeah, you said it, man. I mean, looking at the game, I mean, it is, like you said, it's the exact same thing we've seen so far, really, in this entire series. Any loss that the Rangers have had, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like a broken record. I mean, we talked about this already coming into this game. Rangers need to come out. They need to consistently win these little battles along the boards, and they're just not doing that. And then all of a sudden, I mean, you're watching the Panthers just, pinning the Rangers in their own zone for a shift. And I mean, I guess you can say, this game was a little bit different. I mean, honestly, in the third period, I thought the Rangers were playing really well, to be honest. They had like a couple good shifts where they were dominant in the offensive zone. Honestly, the fourth line, I thought the Kako line was doing really well. They had a couple good opportunities that ended with shots on goal. Obviously, not past Bobrovsky, but regardless, they're getting something going. But then you would just see this, kind of blown defensive assignment by the Rangers. I think this is the Forsling goal I have popped up right here. I mean, this was brutal, dude. This was honestly, right after, not too much after the freaking Kreider goal. We're literally sitting there, of course, we're talking like, oh, this is sick, up 1-0. Kreider short-handed.
The text in the group chat. If I was you, I would have said Eddie Mush.
Oh.
Yeah. But right here, I mean, you're watching this drive by the Panthers, and I mean, look at this, dude. Forsling right here, completely behind the defense, dude. There's really no, I'm just if I can pull this up in real time here. Yeah. Literally, I don't know how this happens, but you're seeing the Rangers are in their defensive line here. And I mean, this guy just takes a walk straight in front of Igor, dude. The backhanded, over his glove. I mean, there's really not much.
Crazy,
yeah, literally a stroll right down Main Street, Brian.
Yeah.
And there was really just, I mean, you're looking at that. There's no way, Igor could really much defend that. I mean, you guys trust your defenders, dude. Yeah, really. Again, just comes, you have three guys, dude, just staring at the guy with the puck. And Forsling just comes right through that gap. No one even picks him up. By the time Adam Fox sees him, I mean, he's gone. It's ghosted. You can't do that, dude.
Gone.
You can't do that at all. You could never do that against the Panthers. You can't make a fucking dumbass mistake like that. And it'll tie the game at 1, too. I mean, after that Kreider goal, I mean, you mentioned, shorthanded. It was literally such a great goal. Classic Kreider, burst of speed, little forehand, backhand, around, great celly. Literally so pumped about it. And then, it was 2 minutes later is when they scored that goal. You can't be doing that, dude. You can't have like a mental lapse like that, especially with Adam Fox, when you were better defenseman on the ice for that. It was about 6 minutes afterwards. It was tough, dude. And the Lundell goal too was kind of tough, dude. I mean, I get Shesterkin was a little bit screened, I guess, by his own defender, I think. But still, it went like in between his body, right underneath his elbow. Like,
that was heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking, dude.
But the problem is, you can't. Everything can't be on power plays or last gasp effort. I mean, 2 goals. I mean, really, it was basically 1. I mean, you know what I mean? That's the end of the game. The other team's just trying to get out of there, win the game, go home. I just think the offensive output is nothing short of pathetic.
Yeah, and I mean, you said it too. I mean, look at where these goals came from. You had a shorthanded, and then one where you had your goalie pulled.
Yeah,
you'd have any 5-on-5 goals.
Brutal.
It is. It's tough. You have to improve in the 5-on-5 play here. And again, like, to sound like a broken record, you have to look at your top guys. I mean, obviously Kreider with the goal last. I forget what record he broke though. Whatever Ranger record, of course.
And then I don't know if this is what you're referring to, but I think there was something that they said him and Goudreau, the only pair of teammates with 2+ shorthanded goals in one postseason or something.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
No, it was another record.
Okay, but maybe just with like points or goals.
Yeah, it was a certain amount of goals in a postseason or something like that. But still, like you mentioned it. I mean, Panarin's been absolutely nowhere to be found.
Yeah,
he's ghosted.
And I mean, it's not even that he's nowhere to be found. It's just that it just seems like his game is totally hindered by what the Panthers are doing to him. I mean, he's got no control of the puck. He's got no time. He's got no speed. He does not play physical. It's not his type of game.
No.
And he's just getting tossed around.
But I don't. I mean, this is the NHL. Like, how do you play without being somewhat physical, right? I mean,
I know. No, I mean, I mean, obviously, yeah, he needs to be a little more physical. I think I've seen him he's laid 1 hit, I think, and that was in the Carolina series. Yeah, that big hit.
Yes. Yeah.
Forget against who. But whatever it was, like, that was the only time I've really seen him get physical. And then on top of that, I mean, I just think that the way that they're defending him, it's fruitless. Whatever efforts he puts out there, because you watch him on the ice and he literally gets hit, can't control the puck. He's not doing anything, dude. He's not doing a damn thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he's not getting shots off though. It's just like like you're saying, like he's just getting contested every single time and he's not fighting through it.
I mean, but like on the other, like everyone is, dude. Like everyone's getting contested at all points. The Panthers are contesting whoever has the puck on the Rangers. Some guys are responding better than others, but Panarin's not responding at all, dude. He has to figure it out.
I mean, does anybody really deserve a pass other than Shesterkin? I mean, I don't really think so. I mean, nice to get the goal for Kreider. Lafreniere's had a big postseason, but overall, no one's playing as good as they should be.
No, I mean, really no one. And again, Kreider has been playing well, but that was his first goal of the series.
It's just pulling teeth, though.
It really is, dude. Carter Verhaeghe has 3 goals in this series.
Yeah.
And I think he's like 10 goals total over the postseason. That's what you're looking for, a star that continues to show up series after series.
And I know I'm looking too far ahead, and like you would say, Tony, it's not over yet, which I will admit it's not. In the 94 parallels and all that, but like you mentioned Verhaeghe, and it just makes me think, like, are they just at the end of the day just missing somebody, missing those grit guys, those grinded out guys that step up in the postseason? Because how many times has this group been in this situation?
I mean, yeah, this specific group, I mean, obviously, yeah, it's been, a handful of times now. I mean, in terms of having that guy in the postseason, I suppose, I mean, not one player, Kreider would be the only one who has had a postseason where he is somewhat of an X factor for his team.
Yeah.
I mean, no one else has. I mean, look at, like Zibanejad coming from Ottawa. He never really saw a postseason.
Yeah.
Panarin, I guess, maybe a little bit Chicago for a cup of coffee, but then Columbus.
So they didn't win the cup when he was there?
Chicago?
Panarin?
No,
I didn't know. I was just guessing.
I don't.
Oh, because Zibanejad didn't.
Zibanejad never did. He was in.
Oh no, that was Kane. But okay, I was starting to think of like who were the 2 teammates that played in the Rangers. But I was thinking when Kane came over, he was
exactly. Yeah.
But and also too, and I don't know if I don't mean to like put my own guys down here, but like you think about like the top 3 on Florida: Reinhart, Tkachuk, and Verhaeghe. I mean, especially if we're talking about like playoff players. I mean, aren't all those guys kind of like head and shoulders above anybody that the Rangers are going to stack up against them?
In terms of like playoff
like
numbers? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, obviously this guy, I mean, the Panthers are a team that, saw the cup final. Like they've been here before.
They were last year.
And I know, Tkachuk this year kind of did more of an assist role, kind of like what McDavid did. But we know, I mean, he's he's an animal.
He's
and I
an
just
animal,
feel like
dude.
they need more of that. Everybody's I don't know, like everybody's not like aggressive enough. I don't know.
No.
That's the problem.
That's what Panarin's missing is some aggression, you know?
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, no, literally, that's what they're missing. Some
Michael!
fucking aggression as Michael is in here, as disappointed as us all.
Could we get Michael just for a second?
Honestly.
I just give me something because I think it's pathetic, and I almost like I know Tony's gonna start as I talk more. Tony's gonna get mad at me, but I just kind of think they almost need to like kind of get rid of a decent amount of guys. Honestly. I know it's not over yet, but Michael, tell me that this group is not tough enough. Please tell me that.
You're right. And I even said to Brian yesterday, I was like, if hypothetically they lose, I mean to Tony yesterday, hypothetically they lose all summer, Brian is going to be pushed.
Yeah. I know Tony doesn't want to hear it.
You can see it, though, in these games. Like, if you had him, you're closing games.
And I said this a while ago, and it's like, yes, that worked against, a weak Capitals team and a not as good Hurricanes team. And I know they are still a decent team. But when you go into the upper echelon and your guys aren't aggressive and they're not, I guess, grinding out these games and finding, making tough shots, you're not going to win.
Yeah, no, I mean, I totally agree. And listen, I mean, obviously, you sit here. Sure. If you had more superstars in the team, it would change.
I mean, if you had one, though, really.
I mean, you're probably right. I mean, but I mean, again, like where the Panthers strive. I mean, you mentioned 3 big names. I mean, you didn't even mention their captain. Andre Barkov, Sam Bennett has been great too. Yeah. Obviously, Lindell had the big goal last night. I mean, the roster is stacked. Sam Reinhart, Rodriguez has had a great series too. And that's without even, mentioning any of the defensemen, like Montour's a solid defenseman. Forsling had the goal last night. Ekbold has been around forever, I feel. Yeah. And obviously, I mean, you have a tender who's won the Vezina Trophy twice and has been in the league for 15 years, like they.
And the tender, I mean, I think cancels out. I mean, because Igor's probably better, but I'm just saying that's not why. It's because the offensive guys aren't.
No, that is literally why.
Not performing.
I mean, again,
10 more shots, Tony. They had 10 more shots than the Rangers,
and that
is just creating more chances.
They are, and it's really honestly fucking pissing me off because I feel like for the past 2 games, the Rangers come out first period and they do well, and they outshoot the Panthers.
But coming in well, I understand. Like, yes, you shut them out, but doing well shouldn't be no goals, maybe 1 goal every other game. Why can't they score 2 in the first? Why is that impossible? That should not be impossible.
No, I mean, I agree with that. I mean,
you're gonna win a cup.
It definitely can happen. But I mean, against this Panthers team, when you have a standoff of goaltenders like you have, I mean, I'm looking at these individual shifts of the first period, and they are getting opportunities, But like that's what we miss in down the stretch of the game. You come into the second period and you're up 13 shots to 8, in favor of the Rangers. But then all of a sudden, like I look at the end of the game and you're getting outshot by 10, like the second, third period comes along and you just don't have as many offensive opportunities. And that's what the Rangers do. We talked about it. The Rangers, I think Josh said it the other day, the Rangers need to play a 60-minute game. That's how you're going to win against great teams. All right. It's not about like just scoring right away and holding the lead. It's about playing the long game here. If you keep that first period like effort and mentality and drive and intensity, by the third period, it's going to be the Panthers who are too tired. It's going to be the Panthers who are going to start losing battles on the boards. It's going to be the Panthers start making mistakes, having dumb turnovers right in your own zone that the Rangers were doing last night. You have to play that long game, dude. That's what the Panthers are doing.
And I feel like too, like you were pointing to, like, oh, well, this is what led to the goal for the Panthers. And I don't even the defense, obviously, Shesterkin is the anchor of that. But I don't even think you could worry about that because the Rangers defense has done more than enough to win this series to already be over.
Right.
Like if you were on your game, this series is over. But you haven't even been close. Like, and it's a shame, but it really reminds me of the last couple of years, the way that they were on offense in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's just stale. There's nothing going on, dude.
And it's like, I just, you know what I mean? And I always like lean positive in any situation. I don't know if I can really see it. Like, obviously rooting, my ass off for the Rangers.
And they've lost their home field advantage now. They got to go back down to Florida.
Yeah.
Must win.
It is a must. I mean,
but you know what? And I know you were big on this before, Tony, but like, don't you, just because you're so pissed about the last couple of games, like you don't even want to think 94 parallel because
I don't want to think that. It really is
94 last night would not happen.
Yeah. No, I don't like people who live in the past that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough, dude.
Dave was getting tired. I don't know if you heard this, but some Islander fan called in. I guess he calls in a lot. I forget his name. But he was saying like he was just really like just ripping the Rangers apart. Like they blew it, it's over. Like, don't you wish like you were like the Islanders? I mean, they won 4 in a row and then went to a 5th. And
Oh
like,
my God, what are you talking about?
50 years ago.
Yeah, really.
Who cares? So it's just kind of funny to hear that.
That's fucking
Jay, do you listen? Because like obviously you don't, you're not driving actually. So like, do you listen to some like a lot of sports podcasts and stuff?
Yeah.
What's like your number one other than
I mean sports sport obviously. But then I listen to Part of My Take, and then I've been following this guy for MLB picks. His name's Ron from Pick Dogs.
Okay.
He's this guy.
Oh, word. All right. And he's putting out picks every day?
He puts out picks every day, dude. And he's been pretty standard.
Fran and Massapequa, by the way. Josh B always
Oh my
with the
God,
answers.
dude. Kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I listen to I'll sit in my room, put on a sports podcast, do some work, and then go about my day.
And how's he been like you've been making money with this guy?
I haven't been making money with this guy.
Yeah.
He's been real hot on the Nationals.
Okay.
Washington Nationals.
Does he pick
Really?
I know last night or no, 2 nights ago with the 1.5. Does he pick the Yankees much or no?
He does.
Okay.
He
Money
does.
lines or is it a one?
It's usual money lines.
Okay.
But if they're heavy favorites, they'll lay the 1.5 runs.
Yeah. Like I told you before, I don't even care if it's anything under like 250. I'll just lay the money line because it's just I don't want to sweat that.
No, I get you.
Is that meaningless run that scores?
Yeah,
and
I know.
always in the
so
ninth.
tough, dude.
It's always in the ninth.
Dude, you see the fucking Cubs game last night?
I was like not paying attention, but
Yeah.
I knew there was what happened.
Dude, talk about like laying because I picked the under, I'm pretty sure, in our picks.
Okay.
1-0 in the 9th. Final score was like 8-4.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Were
dude.
there errors and stuff?
Errors and just like literally I forget who it was in the 9th though, but the Brewers tied it up, and then like the first inning of the 10th, Brewers gave up like a bunch of runs, whatever, and they scored a couple even when they were at bat. It was ridiculous. Literally down to the last out, it just pushed on the over.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
That is crazy. And one thing that I didn't mean to skate over here, Renee Viviano in the house. She's riled up.
Best sports show around. Kept refreshing on Google for the score update after I left. She stayed for the first period.
There we go.
Which was great, dude. She was riled, dialed in.
Hell yeah.
Sorry,
we
I
were
missed
running
you.
up on the TVs. She said that she could feel the emotions that we were having when the Panthers were up. Oh my God. And then our reactions when they kind of came back and by the moment, she said the set is fire right now. Loving this set, dude. So thank you, Renee, for tuning in. And then Michael Bukta had a great time with us yesterday. It's a little too unsafe to be going to ball games in Northern California unless after the game we drive to Southern California, he says. Boom.
I mean, I think that's pretty easy. Like now this is the last set of the Yankees road trip, in San Francisco. But if it was the other way around where they're going to San Diego after, Michael, you go to that last game of the series in San Francisco, right to San Diego after. Love the plan.
Wow.
Perfect. I am surprised, though, that Jason Libertelli didn't get a Michael Bukta shout out, though, no?
I know, kind of tough, dude.
Yeah.
I've never met Michael Bukta. I've only seen him online.
But I feel like he
Seems
gets
like
riled for you,
seems like
right?
a-
I feel like I've seen him shout you out, like on.
I don't think so.
Never, Tony?
I don't know.
I don't think so, dude.
I feel like
Trying to
maybe
think.
not. I think maybe Jay was not here when
No,
Bukta
okay,
came in.
because
I've
watch
never
party,
met
you
Michael
were
Bukta
already-
in person, dude.
You were
All right,
already,
dude. Why are you so
England,
angry
right?
about it?
I'm
dude?
not- I'm not
Why are you
angry.
yelling at
I'm
about it,
sure
dude?
Michael
Whoa.
Bukta is a awesome gentleman,
Yeah.
I would love to meet him.
Yeah, and I mean to start something. My bad, guys. Well, he says, Jaybird, you look fired. No, he's commented.
bro. He has commented.
Yes,
He
yes.
has,
Come on,
Jay.
what do you guys have an amnesia over
Renee
here?
says he has.
He has.
Yeah, amnesia.
I think he said it recently.
Wow.
So there you go.
Recently,
What
Jay.
do
Recently.
you know?
Nothing, Jay.
So how going into yesterday, I was saying, Tony, I asked you, confidence level 10 yesterday. Now for game 6, where are
10.
we at? You really you really believe that though?
Mhm.
Positive, no hesitation.
Rangers are gonna
I'll
find
give
it, dude.
it-
They're
I'll
gonna
give it an
find it. They're
I
gonna
think
pull it
that-
back.
Give it an 8.
They're gonna reach
7, 8.
back, dude. They're gonna throw it, and it's
Tony-
gonna be 103 high and tight. Okay. I'm
All right,
telling
yeah,
you.
man. I'm all about it, Tony. I'm all about the Rangers going into the Stanley Cup final here.
Mhm.
But
not happening.
after last night, it was tough. It's tough to say.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is tough, dude. It's not exactly how I want it to happen, but I mean, hey, man, there's going to be struggles. All right. There's no way the Rangers are going to go through the postseason and not have any struggles. All right. This is
true.
Kind of the obviously back against the wall. This is the worst position they've been in so far in the postseason.
Yep.
And I'll stand by it. I said it yesterday. This team has continued to find ways the regular season through the postseason, even too.
Hey, even in this series, honestly, with the overtime wins.
Honestly, the fact is, they still won 2 games here, right? Like it's very doable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is? Like I just don't have patience for offensive ineptitude. I just don't. I don't, and it's just
frustrating too when you got the defense that's like doing so well. You know?
But it's like honestly like I don't like scoreless periods. Like it's kind of like a tough watch, to be honest. It's like come on, like let's get something going. And like obviously you want to shout out the other team, but like their offense. I mean, it's been putrid. One game was good offensively, right?
One game, they scored 5 in overtime, and it's still overtime.
And it's like that. You should be scoring like really. I mean, 3.5 goals a night, right? I mean, at the minimum. And what's their average? Probably 2.5. Like
in the
shut out in the game one. In game one, you claw one at the end here just to get 2. I mean, it's just not good.
Yeah, that goal at the end was it pissed me off that they even scored, to be honest, dude.
It's like, what
are you serious, dude?
Yeah, false hope.
Like, there's a minute left and you're gonna score right now?
Yeah. So I know it's happened before, but honestly, I'm not gonna lie, and like I hate being this guy. Like I'm almost pissing myself, but I would say my confidence level is actually 0.
Come on,
not kidding. Yeah,
are you serious?
Yeah,
0.
Yeah,
Dave Rothenberg. That's ridiculous, dude.
Well, I see what he's saying. I see what he's doing here.
Yeah, no. I don't think he's doing anything. Yeah, there it is. Matthew Ryan, series over. Well, losers, he says.
But I will say,
hey Matt,
for the game tomorrow, if they do figure out a way to win the game, like I will do some like shotgunning videos, and who knows, maybe like I'll see you in person. But I'm just saying, like that will happen if that does happen. So it would be, and that would be great because I've already counted it out. So for that to happen would be like this amazing surprise, honestly.
Okay.
So
I'm excited for the shotgun video.
Yes, me too.
What would you put your confidence level like in just winning tomorrow?
And winning tomorrow, I think like the defense is holding up really well. It's just like those offensive like tweaks you got to get. Like they got to figure out something with Panarin. You got to change up the line maybe, but like I give my confidence level like an 8.
An 8, okay. Yeah. And it was funny. Somebody called in and was like saying like, it's like just on offense, like the top guys like Kreider and Panarin and Mika just gotta get going. He's like, well, we say it every game.
You literally, I know. It's so ridiculous.
Honestly.
Like, what the fuck?
I mean, it's not like Mika's not going. Like he had 2 assists last night, and like I'm pretty sure Panarin had 2 assists in the game before.
Yeah, no, but they're not. You got to score. I mean, come on. Like, it's just...
You got to find a way to score. It can't just be Lafreniere getting goals.
Now,
Kreider, like,
he's a fucking beast. Dude.
Not even just specific to them 3, Tony. Out of anybody on the team, who would you say this postseason, or really this series as a whole, who would it be that you're most disappointed in?
Well, you said other than...
Oh, no. It could be anybody on the whole team.
Could be anybody on the whole team?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess Panarin, just because of how much of a splash he made it like from the get-go. You thought we were going to see this throughout. Like, honestly, it's like kind of like honestly close to with Mika. It's like 1A, 1B sort of, because the both of them were absolutely dialed. Like, I mean, you're saying, oh, well, he had an assist in this game and an assist in that game. I mean, Mika had 3 assists in like the first game of against the Capitals.
And probably has 3 assists since.
Literally, dude. Like, so like they came on so hot. And I understand you're playing obviously better teams as you go on, but still you got to figure out a way here to keep up with that pace, I guess you had. So I guess those 2, and I mean, I don't know. It's really tough. I don't really know what to think, honestly, about Laviolette at this point. Because I mean, obviously, I don't know, man. I mean, Heedle started last night. Like, what
really?
The fuck?
Where the hell's he been, dude?
Wait, so
he's
you
been
really
hurt,
think
right?
like I know this? He has been hurt most of the season.
Concussion.
You're not expecting this at all. But let's just say hypothetically, like 4-0 loss tomorrow. You really think they would let him go after one season?
No, I don't think they would let him go. But it's just like, again, I mean, I want to look at him and be like, dude, you're kind of fucking up the lineup a little bit.
Yeah,
I understand, like. VC was injured and whatever. You're trying to find an answer. Wheeler was the kerfuffle for sure. You're like jerking Rempe around a little bit. He didn't start game 1, which you probably honestly should have had him in game 1. And I even said that at that time. But then you're moving around lines, and I guess you're trying to get something going. But I don't know, man. For me, especially in the postseason, I mean, you had this team that had such momentum going into the series, going into the postseason that played together, you know, in the last couple months or weeks of the season, and then you're kind of like fucking it up by like throwing Wheeler in there. All of a sudden, Heedle's healthy. You're throwing Heedle in there. Heedle's barely played.
Yeah,
you know, like that's not what you need. A team that has chemistry that can gel together, like. And then, again, you want to look at the Panthers, like they're gelling. That team has been playing together for the entire season. They've been doing really well. I don't know. I think Laviolette was getting maybe at first a little too slap happy with like starting certain guys and stuff. And obviously, he sees certain things in practice and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm just calling it like I see it in terms of what I saw during the regular season. And, we saw it even, you want to even talk about the Devils from last season with the revolving door, between the pipes with their goaltender.
Right.
And that's just one position, but still like that, having that constant change, it's just not good for anybody, No. And especially I feel like, I don't know. I mean, if I'm a player and I'm starting one game, not starting the next game, it's the playoffs, dude. Like,
you're pissed.
Like, I'm fucking tight. Especially if I'm someone like Matt Rempe, let's say, who is so as green as you can get here at this point, where you're getting jerked around with your playing time. Like, I want to get a good feeling. I'm going to be nervous every game I start if I have like a gap in between and stuff like that because I'm a young guy, whatever.
Young guys definitely like thrive on momentum.
Yeah,
like, you get them hot, they'll continue to be hot, and
exactly.
Hopefully, like. Be that star that the Rangers are missing.
So I don't know, man. I don't know what to think, obviously. But time will tell. I mean, he's got to figure out a way. I mean, this is something again. I mean, Laviolette, I've heard his locker room speeches. He can really, pull a team together. But this is a gut check here for the Rangers. Next game on Saturday. It's there. You gotta take it. You gotta want it. Is what it is. Like you gotta cut the shit.
You think they make major changes before the next game
in terms of the lineup?
In terms of lineup, yeah.
No, I don't think so. I really don't. I think you'll still see Heedle. You'll still see Rempe. You're still going to see Igor, obviously.
Yeah.
You may see some line changes, but I don't know. I mean, obviously, Kreider, Zibanejad, Lafayette, I wouldn't really touch that line.
No.
I would love to see Roslovic get going.
Yeah.
Again, I guess a broken record. Like I'm watching the first 2 series, against Hurricanes, against the Capitals, and he's a big reason why we gained the offensive zone. I mean, he's a great skater. He skates so hard up the middle of the fucking ice. Yeah, like literally like a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
And he has yet to do it. And no one's done that, honestly, this entire series. So, like, I would love to, like, put him back on the first line. I know it wasn't working, but tell him, like, take the puck and take it in, dude.
Right.
Like, it doesn't even matter. Just take it up and in at this point.
So we'll have to see what happens tomorrow. And we're gonna talk about the game tonight. But while we're doing that, if Josh B, because I just kind of curious where his head's at, if he could just comment and give us his confidence level for the Game 6 victory tomorrow in Sunrise. Just was kind of curious what he was thinking. But yeah, we do have another Game 5 tonight, another series that's tied at 2. Dallas hosting Edmonton. Now, have you been watching this one at all?
Yeah, dude, I watched the game 2 nights ago. The Connor McDavid goalie got like robbed by the goalie's stick.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Heartbreaking. They still found a way to win though. But the Oilers look so much better, so much faster than.
Isn't it kind of interesting? You have some stars, not the Dallas Stars, but some stars, and you can get stuff done like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you rooting for the Oilers in this one?
I am rooting for the Oilers in this game specifically. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna take it. I think it might be a sweep for the rest of the series.
Just win the last 2 and it's over in 6.
Yep.
That would be something.
I'd say over.
Who do we got?
Take a guess on who's on the phone right now.
So it's not Matthew Ryan.
Buckta.
Is that Michael Buckta or it is Michael Buckta?
AJ
Tanucci?
Stand by. Hold on. Getting you
Aaron
in
Such?
through to the system. Aaron Such at the game last night. How about that shit?
That's sick.
Josh B, you were live on the
Josh
sports
B.
board.
Yo.
Josh B?
Oh.
Hello. Welcome to the show.
Oh, come on, man.
No way.
Hold on, stand by.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Sorry, Josh. And of course, happens with Josh. Matthew Ryan called. Everything works fine. All right, Josh B, you're on the line.
Matthew Ryan came on right now.
Yeah. Josh.
Yo.
Yo.
What is up, fellas?
What's going
up,
on,
Josh?
bro?
Not much. Of course, my wife is calling me at this very moment.
Oh.
But real quick,
Yeah.
What do you got?
confidence level, 30-70.
30% win, you're saying?
Right.
Okay.
It doesn't feel good. We haven't looked good. Like you guys have been saying it so eloquently. We're not getting in the zone. What are these players doing? Like, come on, your best players need to be your best players. Period.
And I know it's like looking ahead, but kind of what I was saying before, like, do you think it's like just that these guys just aren't good enough to do what it takes to make a Stanley Cup, to win a Stanley Cup?
It's like where's the team that we saw in the regular season that was doing these things that like they were doing it all season? Where is it?
Yeah.
It's not like we haven't played Florida and done it to Florida during the regular season. Yeah, the playoffs are a different beast, but come on, play the fucking game, guys.
But do you agree though? Like I just see it as like they're just not the top guys on the team. They're just not tough enough. They're not physical enough, and they don't figure out creative ways to score those goals when you just absolutely have to have them.
Absolutely, especially the Panarins.
Yeah. Oh my. No,
Panarin,
like
they need their space, and they're not getting their space. So they've, like you said, they don't like to be toughened up on the boards, beat up. That's not their game. Their game is open ice, over the pond stuff. But I gotta go, guys.
All right, Josh.
Have a great show.
Appreciate
Thanks
you
for the call,
calling,
bud.
Talk to you soon.
That is
Later.
Josh B. So appreciate him calling in for sure. So back to this game tonight. Obviously a big one. Dallas. It really like it's been like a tale of two series in this one. You go back to game one, tight game, double overtime. Edmonton pulls it out, but then Dallas, the second game, Dallas pulled out the first game. The second game in Dallas, the Stars end up winning 3-1, and then the first game in Edmonton they win 5-3. So kind of decisive. You're thinking, oh, maybe they're just going to run away with it. But last game, clear and decisive for Edmonton. It'll be interesting to see, because both teams have won on the road. What we're going to see tonight. I mean, I think this is going to be close. I don't think either way, no matter who you think is going to win. I mean, I could see this being another overtime game, to be honest. And I think that's where the Star steps up, makes that play, and ultimately wins that game. And who's going to win? I guess we'll find out, Tony, in an abbreviated, full-on, quickest you've ever seen hockey frenzy with Jason Libertelli's pick.
Wow, dude, with Jason Libertelli, what a treat we have for you on this Friday around the National Hockey League. Absolutely, 8:30 p.m. You said it, dude. Dallas minus 130 in Dallas. Over under as it's been 5.5. Series tied at 2. Brian laid down the gauntlet for you, Jason. What do you have tonight?
I'm taking the Oilers, Tony. I really like the over in this one. I think Connor McDavid's going to get hot, and give me a Zach Hyman anytime goal, dude. And I might even parlay it with Jason Robinson because he's a beast, dude. He really is a beast. He's kind of holding it down for the Dallas Stars, but I think it's gonna be for naught, Tony.
For naught.
Oilers win 5-3.
Brian. 5-3. All right. I can smell Sakura from here, Tony.
Oh, my God.
Edmonton Oilers, overtime. What do you know? A Star stepping up, gritty goals. Connor McDavid in overtime. The game winner, 4-3 Oilers. Going back to Edmonton, 1 win away from the Cup final.
Wow, dude. All right. Wait, would you have over?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay,
over.
dude. All right. I obviously will be taking the Stars here. An absolutely diabolical win by them at home, I believe. The biggest thing that's separating these two teams so far is the special teams. Dallas's power play has sucked. The penalty kill for the Edmonton Oilers has been outstanding, starting a lot because of Stuart Skinner with the way he plays, but I say he crumbles in this big spot, getting pulled. For the third period, you're going to see Calvin Pickard start, in between the pipes for the Oilers. I'll say Jason Robertson, goal and 2 assists, but Rupe hits his first ever career playoff hat trick. I'd say the Stars win this game. I'll say 5-2.
Wow, Tony.
And just like that, that is your hockey frenzy. So it should be a treat tonight. 8:30 over on TNT.
That's a Tony
Oh.
just gave us a retirement parlay right there.
Yeah. Man, Sakura right now would be so
Oh
good.
my god, dude, the filet shrimp
With the noodles and the,
I know,
the
the
mustard
rice
sauce.
and the-
Well, 'cause
oh my God,
I'm
dude.
like having amnesia here. Have you been there?
I've been to Sakura, yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about the one in Westport, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there.
But I don't think we didn't.
Not
like-
with you.
Okay, that's
I
what I was gonna say.
I've been there with Jay.
Yeah, with Coach Ray.
Okay.
Bill Mitchell.
What's your favorite thing to get there?
Bill Mitchell. Oh man, dude, I haven't been in forever. And they don't do hibachi, do they?
No, that's like their staple. I mean,
Well,
sushi
I haven't
is
been.
also a staple.
for
Yeah,
their
when we were
hibachi,
there, we
though.
didn't do hibachi. We
Well,
sat
it was
down
just
at the table.
dinner.
Did you get
It was a,
sushi, or did you get like the entrees?
I just got entrees.
I kind of don't even
believe.
remember what we got. It was a business lunch.
Yeah,
Oh, business lunch.
business
Yeah.
lunch.
Didn't want to I don't
Yeah,
even know.
we were
Be
trying to-
overzealous with
Yeah,
the
we were
order.
trying to get a guy to invest in the rugby team.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But yeah, wow, it's I can't. I swear to God, I cannot. Do you remember the last time you were there? I don't.
Literally, no, I don't. I want to say there was like one night in the winter, maybe. I think I was working a basketball game or a hockey game at Shoe. Came in later. It was like me, you, Renee was even there.
Yes.
You were drunk, banging on the table and
Oh,
stuff.
I don't know. About
Ah,
that.
yeah.
No,
I'm kidding,
Oh,
I'm
okay. I was like, I don't remember that.
Well, why would you? You were drunk.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, okay, I'm thinking about this more. I probably was there over the winter, but that's still insane that it's been that long.
It really is crazy, dude. Fuck, dude, it's so good.
I know.
Damn it.
So, well, this series, I mean, what it has to be over by Sunday. So next week is Sakura.
Well, yeah, I guess so. It won't. If it what's today? Friday.
Oh, wait, today's game 5. Oh,
There's
no,
5.
So Tuesday.
So then
Tuesday.
6 would
So
be Sunday.
Middle to end of next
Tuesday,
week.
yeah.
It'll be over.
I mean, it could be Sunday,
Yeah, it could be Sunday.
but it could be we could be sitting there, on Tuesday, fucking,
But
grinding
let's
this
hope
out.
that it's Sunday, and let's go Oilers, and let's go to the world of Major League Baseball.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play! Stop it, Yep.
And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight. And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So as they say, thank God for the Yankees win. The Yankees do win another series. They won every series in the month of May.
Wow.
And I believe it's 14 of their first 18 series. Renee,
The iPhone.
it's funny that you mentioned
iPhone
that.
Renee.
No, she doesn't have an iPhone.
No, I've been like
Oh.
overdoing the joke because like the first time I mentioned, like she just like kind of got a little tight and like I'm you know me, I'm just joking around, whatever. Said a couple more times. And it's like one of those things where you get that little smile, but like
Yeah,
deep down, like shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
This guy's an asshole.
Yeah. This is the fourth time you said this joke today.
Yeah, no, literally, that's what happened. But anyway, yeah. So the Yankees finally win a series. I think this was their first series win in Anaheim after like 5 straight losses, which is kind of crazy for whatever reason, maybe just timing, and also maybe it's at the end or middle of a long road trip, so you don't always get your best performance. But the Yankees finally the bats broke out because you think back to the first game, you lost 4-3. The game before, game 2 days ago, you won 2-1. So there just hasn't been a lot of offense here.
No.
And in this one, we saw Carlos Rodon matched up against Patrick Sandoval. Rodon going 6 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Really was dominant. I think those 2 runs. So really had given up 1 run in the first inning with a home run or second inning to Ohapi. But other than that, those 2 innings were when he pitched part of the 7th inning, didn't record an out. They went to the bullpen. So what are you going to do? But overall, another great performance from Rodon, another quality start, another win, 7-2 with a 3.09 after about a 6+ ERA last year in like 80 innings. So he's just been a completely different pitcher this year. And speaking of pitching, all the Yankee pitchers doing their job last night, even Ian Hamilton, who's been, just
Remember when Cole went down? Everyone was like,
I think best ERA in the majors, maybe. Michael, come on. So yeah, Hamilton had been struggling. Strikes out 2 in 2/3 of an inning. They go to Ferguson. He gets an important out. Tommy Canley, who just came back from the injured list, scoreless 8th inning, and then even are able to pitch Mike Tonkin, who's basically their batting practice pitcher at this point, but somehow has a 3.27 ERA. Shout out Matt Blake. They always seem to develop these no-name relievers and turn them into very solid.
I got a
pitchers.
question, Brian.
Yeah.
Is that normal to go through 5 pitchers in a game?
These days, yes. Maybe, if we're talking about 2005, a little different.
Yeah.
But the starters just aren't given the leash to go deeper in the games. And the Yankees have finally changed that this year, pushing the limit. You had Luis Gil pitch 8 innings the previous game. But typically, most starters, don't even make it out of the 6th inning.
I could also see that the pitch clock is kind of like a wear on pitchers too, right?
Yeah. So, you'll get an automatic ball added if, you take too long to pitch. And it's so funny.
What?
Yeah, that's
really?
how
I didn't
it works.
know that rule.
I don't know about you, Tony, but like maybe it's more I'm just used to it. And I guess I would have to go back and watch a game from a couple of years ago. But to me, it like doesn't even seem like they're rushing it out of the mound with the pitch clock.
No, I don't. Yeah, no, they're
rushing.
not rushing.
Yeah.
Especially because I think the way they have it set up is good because it's like the clock starts when the batter recognizes the pitcher, right?
Steps into the box.
No, because like they have
to
the batter, has to like recognize the pitcher, whatever
eye contact.
they referred. Yeah, literally it
tip of
has
the
to be
cap,
eye contact. Like
Tip of the cap.
Like, because sometimes I've seen actually when Dor get called for where he's like looking down, doing his swing, and then all of a sudden he gets called a strike because he didn't like engage with the pitcher yet to tell him like, oh, I'm ready. So I think that they have like not all the responsibilities on the pitcher. It's like both players need to kind of have like their own clock going on. So I think it's good the way it's set up. I don't know. Do I kind of miss the way it was when you could have so much time? A little bit. I think I do.
I feel like for me, I only miss that if I'm at the game.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
I just
definitely.
don't. It's at the game. It's annoying.
I mean,
it's 2 hours. It's the 8th inning.
No, literally, like the games we went to, I couldn't believe how quick.
Oh,
like you literally you look up after a hot dog and it's like the 7th inning.
Yeah.
What do they put in this hot dog, Jay? Is what I asked myself. But honestly, what I don't like though is that how pitchers can only throw, like check the runner twice, like throw to the bag twice with the runner on. Like, I think that's kind of bogus in my opinion.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it really though, per batter, like you really shouldn't, because that's only per batter, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
But the only thing, it's like if I do it twice, then that
no, but the third time you could do it, but you just have to get him.
Right.
Otherwise, then he gets second. But I'm saying like really, I mean, come on, that's a little overkill going more than 2 throws over and 1 at bat.
Yeah, I guess
2
so.
throws seems like okay, that's sufficient. Like you gave it a shot. Like it's not happening.
Yeah. Well, I guess I was gonna say it's like never mind because you don't even warm up with your golf swing. I was gonna say it's like it's like limiting that on golf swings. You have to warm up.
Do you do a lot of
don't
practice
warm up,
swings
dude.
or no?
1 or 2.
There was someone.
Brian does 0.
If I'm
Negative.
if I'm
Negative
having a
practice
rough
swings.
day, it might be 3.
I don't know. Like it's weird though because I have to say, I mean, you do see like the pros, step up to the tee, dress the ball, a little this. But there was someone I was playing with yesterday. He was like just terrible. Okay, and I counted, and he does that thing where you go bop 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 bop.
He's thinking about it too much.
8
dude.
times.
He's
8
thinking about
times
it too
before each
much.
shot. I mean, that's
No,
crazy.
there is a point in time where you're taking too many practice swings. You get to psych yourself out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. But but what were you were saying that was the parallel, Tony? The practice
that was
swings?
my parallel,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. So you look at this game, 8 runs, only 5 hits. But they got him when they counted. And after the hop homer in the second, they were trailing 1-0. But Aaron Judge, who else has been absolutely on fire recently, homer to left center, 433. So that gave the Yankees a 2-1 lead. And if you look at Judge on the season, OPS now over 1,000. Juan Soto's just under 1,000. So obviously, that's what it's supposed to look like. And for Judge, his 18th home run of the season, 41st RBI, hitting 273 on base, over 4, slugging over 6. You really can't ask for more. And that's, what you want to see out of your captain. So once they got that 2-1 lead, really it was smooth sailing from there. It really a pitcher's duel too. No runs scored till the 7th when former Toronto Blue Jay reliever Adam Simber had a control issue walking in 2 runs. So Cabrera and Anthony Volpe walking in runs, scoring Verdugo and LeMahieu. And then the big blow, not a home run, but actually a triple. So the second straight game with a triple. I know Volpe technically had an inside the park home run, but scoring wise, I believe it counts as a triple because of the error.
Yeah.
So right down the line, and it was big because there were 2 outs, and it just really opened up the game. You didn't have to use your high leverage relievers after that. So clears the bases. Trevino, Cabrera, and Volpe scoring. Kevin Pillar and Willie Calhoun with RBIs in the 7th to make the lead only 7-3. Hamilton cleans up the mess, and then Jose Trevino with a insurance sacrifice fly, scoring DJ LeMahieu, made it 8-3. That was the final score. Yankees now 39-19, 20 games over 500. And like I said, it had been a little bit since they had won a series in Anaheim. So always good to win road series. And you think about this road trip, you won 2 out of 3 in both series. That's what you're supposed to do. And I know, yes, it would have been nice to sweep the Angels here, but the first game, just went away that, it doesn't usually go, but it's just one of those losses. It's just the course of the season. There's too many games for that not to happen. So I think right now, overall, it's highly positive. You're 2 games up on the Orioles here. You have the most wins in the American League, and actually are tied for the most wins in Major League Baseball with the Philadelphia Phillies. So that's a great thing. And you go to a beautiful ballpark there in San Francisco this weekend, Oracle Park.
Yeah.
So nice, Tony. This is what I've been earning for. I mean, Sunday's probably a day game, so it's actually perfect for me.
Wow.
But the fact that it's late night baseball on the weekend, Jay, you cannot draw it up any better for me. Like, that is awesome. The game could go until 3:00 in the morning. I don't care. It's just nice because it's late. You don't have that type of thing to watch, that like is your favorite thing to watch. That's why I get so excited for that. And it's kind of cool, playing in ballparks, that you don't normally play in. And if you had to say, Tony, since the Mets, or really since the league went to the full schedule, play every team, what have you enjoyed seeing the most in terms of like the Mets going to a ballpark that you were like, I've never seen them play here. Like, this is kind of awesome, like type of thing. Like, is there anything that stands out for like an American League team?
Oh, interesting. It's a great question. I mean, I guess not. I mean, stand out to be good. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's always interesting, I guess, when they go to Tropicana, I guess, but it's like,
what about like Fenway Park? Or I mean, I guess they always went to those are East. So take the East teams out of it.
Oh, okay.
So you got like the AL West, the Mariners, the Angels.
I guess T-Mobile Park is cool to look at.
It is.
That is pretty sweet, dude. Jay's even been there, actually. I'm actually pretty jealous of that.
And I was there. Did you go to the game?
Yeah.
I didn't get to go to the game. I toured the football field when the soccer was set up, of course. Bad timing.
The Mariners Stadium is very cool. It's
I want to go there.
Because it's like right on the water, too.
Right on the water. And I think every baseball stadium, or really sports stadium, really should follow this design of how has a roof, but the sides are open. Like, that's the best thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah, that is so cool.
No, I agree. You get some weather, but not like that enough that it affects the game.
But then you also could do that where you have some glass too, so you really get natural light in. Like, that's awesome. Imagine if the Yankees and the Mets had that. We need rainouts and stuff.
I know.
You feel like you're outside. That's awesome. But so and I'm trying to think also for you, Tony, for like the parks. Do you think like Texas is cool, or is it kind of like too retro for you?
The Rangers? I mean, I guess it is pretty sweet. I mean, I guess it's relatively new too. I mean, I guess it was kind of cool too for COVID. Well, I mean,
I don't know. You're just laughing, so it made me laugh. I don't know what you were saying.
Well, no, I thought it was cool because they were the first stadium too to have full capacity. I don't remember that.
Yeah,
like,
opening day. I was excited about that. I was excited about that.
So yeah, I would love to go there, dude. Dude, if I was in Dallas, like, let's go, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just thinking about like parks and stuff. It's just so exciting. And then I'm thinking too, like, would you say worst park division in baseball is probably the AL Central? Cleveland, Minnesota,
Kansas City,
the White Sox.
Oh my God!
None of those stadiums are that cool.
Dude,
depressing.
Minnesota, is that Target Field? Yeah, that is.
No, they have that thing I was talking about with like the
line thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so dumb, dude.
What would you say best best National League stadium, obviously Mets aside, if you had to say.
I mean, I haven't been to a bunch. I mean, I know people. I enjoy going to Fenway. I think Fenway is pretty
For
dope.
American League, okay, yeah.
Oh, you said National League. Okay, all right.
You don't have to have been there, but I'm just saying, just from when you're watching, and like, wow, this looks like
Giant Stadium's always fun to watch.
Giant Stadium is.
Oh yeah, or Oracle Park. You're saying.
Oracle Park.
Yeah. When they hit the home run
dope.
into the water.
Yeah.
And you see the mad dash and all the people on the kayak.
I think we already talked about this, but it's a shame because I really want to go to the Phillies stadium, but I feel like you almost have to go up and back in a day.
Yeah,
like
dude.
Yeah. Like really, I don't know about going out there.
I mean, I've been to
fun.
Flyers games.
Yeah.
Philly's fun.
And I've stayed overnight. I mean, that's dope.
You think we could be okay?
I think we would be fine, dude.
Because people
you're not gonna get jumped.
No, but people try to make it seem like if you're just standing there and you won't even respond to anything
because they don't want you to go, dude.
No, but I'm talking about people like here that I'm talking to,
Yeah.
not people that are in Philadelphia, and they're saying like you're gonna get attacked. Like I have a hard time believing that.
You're not gonna get attacked.
I have a hard time believing that too. I don't think
if you're not an asshole, you'll be fine.
Yeah. So kind of interesting stuff, and excited to see the Yankees playing in Oracle Park. You have a pitching matchup tonight of Jordan Hicks, so the former Cardinal, the former Blue Jay, transitioned into a full-time starting pitcher this year, going up against Marcus Stroman. So Stroman versus Hicks. Yankees minus 135 here. Giants,
late
500 team. Late night to my desire.
Late night.
Oh, it's a 5-hour game. Tony's searching as always. Michael knows it doesn't even just say anything.
I didn't even think of anything. it's just a funny thing to say. Late night to my desire. Like it's just funny to say. I can't Michael can laugh at things I say, but I can't laugh.
I wonder if Judge is going to get booed because they're tight that he didn't go there. You would think so, right?
Yeah, probably.
What would you say, Tony?
Oh, that was a bad pass.
Was he supposed?
Sorry, say it again.
You think Judge gets like a heavy boost since he didn't sign there?
No,
I don't know.
it's not that serious.
I don't think it's that serious, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think so?
It's not that serious.
Serious, Barnes.
Oh my
I don't think so.
god, dude.
I think yeah.
No.
Well, it's like it's the Yankees and it's
I just
everybody
think,
else.
I just think they're not as tight. They're like they probably even expected him to go back home.
I feel like if anything, they would. Was it Heyman that reported it first?
Yeah.
he's starting to get
He
booed.
goes back and
He
covering the
fucking-
Giants game.
Yeah. Oh
roasted,
my
dude.
god. Dude.
But yeah, I look at this and I mean, I think this is another 2 out of 3. I mean, I know the Giants are hanging in there. Their offense sucks.
I know.
Jordan Hicks isn't bad, but I think, when you have, a veteran team, guys that are patient at the plate, grind out at bats, I really don't see it being a challenge. So
Stroman should do well. Come on.
yeah, no, especially in that ballpark, he's not going to give up home runs.
Where would you rank the starting pitchers for the Yankees at this point? Like who's like one and who's 1, 2, 3? Like who's you think the best right now?
Heel's 1.
Heel's definitely 1.
Rodon's 2.
Oh,
And then Stroman's
3. Yeah. Clark. Oh, by the way, Clark Schmidt.
IL. I saw that.
The lat injury. So
which helps you out, I
and
guess.
They're saying like shut down. I think he said 4 to 6 weeks.
No
And
kidding.
then, so I mean, he's out after the All-Star.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
dude.
It's funny we were just talking about that whole thing, and you don't expect it, but we say it all the time. It figures a way to sort itself out, and that's what we have here. And I'm just trying to think in the interim, what they're gonna do. I mean, obviously you're gonna have to bring someone up from the minor leagues, and I know it's the whole situation with like the 40-man roster and stuff. But Clayton Beeter was up earlier this year and made his debut, 3 pitches in his major league debut, which was kind of crazy. But, maybe they call him up, but, they're just going to have someone to get by. I know Cole, I think they said rehab start next week, but I think that's still a month to 6 weeks. So, we're going to have someone pitch in that 5th slot for a little bit of time here, but I think they'll be fine, especially as long as the bullpen continues to do their job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I heard a man when you guys went to Met Stadium say the World Series is the Yankees, so that's all I know this year. That's it.
You just heard a random man say that?
No, the man. I didn't say I said the man. And he's sitting to your left.
Listen, I mean, is it not, Michael?
Honestly, you know how you got riled for when Tony did his Rangers discussion yesterday? You said you feel like puck drops right now.
Yeah.
when you talk
Hilarious
Yankees,
story,
I feel
by the
like
way.
it's the World Series right now.
It is. It's and I just can't help it. Like this whole Angels series, the game started at 9:40. It's ending at
That's
12:30. And I
to Brian's pleasure.
And it's like, oh yeah, it'd be so much easier. You could see highlights in the morning. Nope. Gotta stay up and see it. Can't help it. Can't help it.
Beautiful.
Speaking of beautiful, Josh B says Amtrak to Philly, he says. So there we go.
There we go.
Can you read Buck comment real quick?
The big one?
Yeah, I got a nice kick out of that one.
Barnes, I want to take tease. I would want to tease the Golden Gate Bridge before going to Oracle Park. Then after the game, drive to Southern California and sit on the beaches with the food, beers, and the women.
Women.
Yes, that's been a constant for him.
The women?
The women with the multiple ends on the end.
Yes, he loves the women.
Nice, he loves the women with the beers and the beaches and the trees, the palm trees, dude.
Wow, that's Michael Buck.
And then he says, "Tell me I'm wrong."
You're not wrong.
I mean, how can we when you're not? You know,
that's true.
That's the most
true.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Yeah.
But so that being said, we'll see what happens with the Yankees in our frenzy. The Mets finally back in the win column, Tony, huh?
You could say that here. D-backs came to Mets Stadium, as Michael would say.
No, he forgot what to say, so he's trying to throw me under the bus there. He forgot what it's called.
I would never forget what Citi Field is called.
You
Thank you very much,
forgot. You're about to say Shea Stadium. I could just sense
I
it.
wish I still could
I
say
know.
Shea Stadium.
That
But
was the problem.
nonetheless, dude. What was the problem? You're the problem. So anyway, dude, 3-2 victory. Brian said it first time in a while. You're seeing them in the win column here. Call it luck, I guess you could say. I mean, Zach Gallen barely even recorded 10 pitches here. And I guess he left with, I think, a hamstring. Hamstring is what it was, dude. Literally, it honestly kind of sad because we sat down in the horseshoe. Dean puts the Mets game on. We're talking about it, whatever. Literally see Zach Allen throw a pitch and he just like winces hard.
Wow.
And like it throws a couple more. Third baseman comes over. Then they would throw some more. And then he's out, dude. Gonzo. So they were trying to, ham and egg their way, to 27 outs here, as they say, which, I guess, that you could say they came close. And actually, the Diamondbacks do end up striking first. We had Christian Scott, the young buck. Hopefully, obviously getting some more reps here. And some pretty solid reps. Look pretty good. Really weird, actually. Again, weird first inning after the Gallen injury. I guess this is before that, but Scott, when he was pitching, literally like made the 3 outs, I guess, and like everyone's off the field, they're literally about to go to commercial. Everybody stops and you hear Gary, I think the umpires are looking at something here, and I guess they called Nito on like catcher interference or something. Everybody comes back out, and then Scott's come back out, ends up recording the next out. I think it gets a pop out, like literally 2 pitches next at bat or something. But
it's so funny you mentioned that because last night, my buddy, actually, I'm going to play golf with him later.
Wow.
Brian Matera. He's been a Mets fan his whole life. Obviously, just like so discouraged this year, like doesn't even want to watch. But I asked him what he thought about the announcers just to see. And he actually completely agreed with me. First Met fan that's ever done it. Everybody always defends him. And he was like, yeah, no. I mean, it's ridiculous. And like the way he talks and like his mouth moves, like he was kind of going in on him a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's this guy?
Oh man. So I just thought that was funny, Tony. I had to ask.
Who's this guy? That's interesting. But why? He just doesn't like the sound of his voice?
Yes. Because
what about Keith?
No, he's everybody. He said
Really?
how he rose, like the whole thing. He's like, yeah, it's brutal to listen to. That's what he said.
That's interesting. I've never heard one Met fan. Never heard any Met fan say that.
I'm not gonna lie, crazy. Keith. The only reason I like Keith is because of Seinfeld. Have you ever seen him on Seinfeld?
Yes,
yeah, of course.
I did see that. Yeah.
And who else was on there? He was a Yankee manager.
Oh, Buck was on there.
Buck
Showalter was on.
That was great too.
Yeah, they had Bernie Williams on the show. Derek Jeter,
the photo, the legendary. We actually got that at the beach bash.
James Hartable.
Funny story about that photo. The first time we went to the beach bash, we saw that photo there, and Tony and I were like, "Oh my
God,
that'd be great in the studio."
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
Do we spend the money? No, we don't. Let's forget about it.
We didn't, and then obviously we were like, "If it's back here, the next time we come, we'll get it." And it was there.
There it is, dude.
Talk to the guy. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah,
Jerry Seinfeld, lifelong Mets fan.
But so dope to put the Yankees.
No,
in
it
the
is
show.
dope, dude. It's so sick that they were even.
Yeah, that's kind of
honestly,
interesting.
Sick, dude.
Lifelong Met fan. Why did he write the Yankees in?
I mean, he knows.
Closet Yankee fan?
No, definitely not. I think
No way.
I think
No,
Larry
no, no, not
David
him.
might be a Yankee fan, but
Larry
regardless,
David, yeah.
I mean, Larry David.
Yeah,
He is.
yeah.
No, he is.
But Jerry
No, no,
Seinfeld
no.
is just at the very core baseball
Who's that
fan.
over there?
Jerry
Okay,
from
dude.
Queens calling into the fan.
Jerry from Queens calling to the fan. Yes, dude, that's exactly. Who's the guy from who called in? You forgot his name. Josh said it.
Oh, well, I guess we got to scroll up to see it.
Oh God, doesn't matter. From Musquamaket or something,
from
dude.
Massapequa.
Massapequa, dude.
I
I'm
don't
not
know
going
why
to
it's
live
not
there.
letting me. Oh, okay.
Fran
Fran.
from Massapequa, dude.
Big Mets fan?
I don't know. You tell me.
Usually Mets, Islanders. I know you're Rangers, but I don't know. I feel like those Yankees, Rangers is common.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, really, Yankees is just common across the board. Or New York.
Well,
feel like
I mean,
everyone's
when you have a
fucking
good
Yankees
brand,
fans, dude.
and a tradition.
Anyway,
like
dude,
no other,
the
Michael.
Diamondbacks to get off the scoring early. I think Ketel Marte double, third inning or whatever, doesn't matter, because you actually had what was pretty solid outing by Francisco Lindor. Bottom of the third, comes back, first at bat here against Hughes, obviously going through bullpen guys because of Gallen. Fourth pitch was a four-seamer, 92 miles an hour, a little up and over on the outside there. But Lindor takes that yard for, I think, his 8th home run of the year, 431 feet to left center. Cuts the deficit back to 1 here. Rest of the inning goes fine. We'll fast forward, though, now to the 8th inning, excuse me. No, it is 7th inning. Francisco Lindor again, dude. With, let's say, Alonso. That's right. Alonso pinched hit in the 7th. I forget for who, for Beatty, probably.
Yes.
I want to say, I think the 3rd time in Alonso's career he's pinched hit.
Is he hurt or something? Why is he pinch
did
hitting?
get hit in the hand 2 games ago, or 1 game. I guess now it's 2 games ago. X-ray is negative, CT scan is negative, all fine, but he was obviously out of the lineup or whatever, banged up a little bit. But nonetheless, dude, ropes a double off of a changeup that was kind of blown away. Went fishing for it. Went down the left field line, able to get that double. I think his 15th or 12th double of the season. After that, what do you know? Harrison Bader flies out to left. But then Francisco Lindor does get a nice RBI single here.
Is there an owl in here?
I think so.
What's the matter with you, dude?
What do you mean?
For his 3rd hit of the night. At this point, he went 3 for 3. Obviously, another ribby there, bringing in Alonso, tying the game for the Mets. And then wouldn't you know it here, it's fast forward to the bottom of the 8th. JD Martinez, who has probably been the only bright spot, the only guy to really live up to any hype that he had coming into the season.
And your catcher, but he got hurt, right?
Yeah, he's hurt right now. Alvarez, bomb yesterday, Binghamton.
Jack,
let's fucking go, dude. He's gonna be ripping and coming back.
Oh, he did in the
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
Good
dude.
for
Like,
him,
let's
dude.
fucking go, dude.
he'll-
He's coming in.
he'll come back
He's
Pitbull.
gonna break the
Pitbull,
bat
dude.
over his head.
Like, yeah,
First
dude.
hit,
Dude,
dude.
there's gonna, yeah, exactly.
Like, and
Literally.
run and throw it out
He
the
might
pitcher.
honestly get in a fight with
He should.
McNeil.
Like, fire up
He
the
really
team.
should.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
you, dude.
yeah.
He's my
He's
team.
He's gonna come back and throw his glove at their face.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Forget their fans.
I'm gonna catch this game with no equipment on. I don't give
None.
a fuck, dude.
Yeah, bare hand.
So Martinez is his 4th home run of the year for the Mets here. Arguably the biggest spot, the go-ahead run, making it 3-2, 430 feet, dead center, basically hitting the apple, honestly. And then from there, Reed Garrett actually did close out this game. I forget how many saves he has on the season. I have to double check. Third save of the season. We also had another bullpen guy we called up from the minors, Danny Young, 30 years old, career minor leaguer. But hey, they got 2 Ks in the 8th, so that was pretty solid. You'll have to see that. Some solid pitching there, good bullpen work. It was good to see, I guess. Garrett get the save there, not implode. I mean, 1-run game. I was saying how him and Reed Foley just are not looking good. But nonetheless, I think he walked the first batter. Yeah, he walked Walker, ironically, on a 7-pitch at bat, but literally got 2 pop outs, which was like literally they popped out like 2 home plate almost. And it was actually kind of crazy, dude. The first pop out by Gurriel, literally like it's popped up at home plate and like Nito's underneath it. And like, I mean, I really don't know why, but Alonso like comes sprinting in from first base and you hear him on the broadcast, I got it. And it was like, dude, like, I understand you're like a little on edge right now, probably, but like,
is he okay though? Like,
I don't know,
Dude, I don't think so.
I think you were always on top of that too.
He's losing it, Barnes. I was
Yeah,
talking about it yesterday.
Yeah,
the
what-
contracts weighing on
He
his
probably
head.
knows he's gonna
The
get dealt.
team
He knows he's gonna
sucks.
get dealt.
There's been rumors of a divorce, even though we haven't seen it.
You are the one who had the
No,
rumors,
that
dude.
was
We
an
looked it up
article.
yesterday. We looked it up. There was nothing.
At the time, there was. It must have taken the article down. I know you were.
What are you? What?
Barnes
Taking
is
the
in
article
on that
down.
stuff. You know, Barnes-
Erroneous.
Anytime Barnes hears a sniff of divorce, he's
Yeah.
in on it.
He's
I
like,
heard he's talking to Erica McElroy.
Wow.
Pretty sick for him.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
All right.
All right,
Maybe
just like
that'll
that.
make him marketable.
And just like that.
Before we do just like that, who's pitching tonight for the Mets?
It's a great question, dude. It's going to be Luis Severino.
Hey,
dude.
I mean, you talk about. I mean, he's kind of been a pretty big bright spot this year. No,
Yeah, definitely. And again, his last outing, I think he went 7 innings. Pitched really well. Was it against the Dodgers? It must have been no. I forget who it was against. I can look it up, obviously. I'm trying to think.
it wasn't against.
It wasn't
the Dodgers. No.
who they played before the Dodgers. Oh, the Giants, the West Coast.
Yeah, no, he had a great outing. Yeah.
Great outing. And I was telling you guys at the time of that game that he like really was like switching around his velocity on his fastballs, which I think made him go longer to the game as opposed to just throwing 97 or whatever the whole game. He was kind of mixing it up, which I think was great. I think could be very effective here tonight, against the D-backs again. But interesting, we're seeing Severino on the mound against Montgomery, and the Yankees aren't playing.
2 former Yankees. Now where are you with Severino? Let's say the Mets, maybe they play a little better. They're 6-7 games under 500. And I think they're 10 now. And
10 now, yeah.
around the trade deadline, I mean, Severino, it's a 1-year deal. Like, are you dealing him? Do you want him long term? Like, what do you think there?
We're 5 games under.
Yeah.
Wild card spot.
Well, I mean, go to the standings now, because you could kind of like
Get
forecast
gauge.
that and
Yeah,
see
yeah.
what the teams that are 5 under, where they stand. So the Mets are now 5.5 out. If you look at 5 under right now, you're looking at about 3 games out.
3. Yeah. Okay. I probably. That's tough.
Kind of
call.
a good opportunity to
know.
get some prospects.
It
'cause
really would
pitching
be.
a premium at the
I
deadline.
would suppose that it depends on what we're offered, but if we're like you said, a couple good prospects,
Yeah.
like hell yeah. But if the market's not there, you're better off keeping him.
But
I
if
guess,
his numbers
right?
are like this,
Oh my God,
Market's
people are going to want him.
yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, I think everybody except the Yankees, just because I'm sure they would think like we're
Oh,
not going to
God,
go
dude,
down this
yeah.
road again.
Mhm.
So kind of interesting. But we'll see how he pitches in a full-on abbreviated baseball frenzy.
That is mother freaking right here, Brian.
Wow, whole slate.
Full slate. We changed it up a little bit here, Jay. We do get 3 games apiece.
Okay.
Sort of deal. How do you want to do this with Jay? Do you want to just say a game of the night for Jay afterwards? After we do our 3 games apiece?
I like that.
All right, word up, dude. All right, so let's freaking go. We'll do it 7:10 p.m. It's Friday night. The Mets at home. Going to be in the black unis, too. Love to see that Friday night. I'm expecting a huge turnout. Great pitching matchup here. The Mets minus 125. Tickets as low as $10 to get into Citi Field, by the way, Michael. Over under is 7.5. Obviously, Mets have won game 1 of this 4-game set. And Diamondbacks, obviously, going deep into their bullpen already after 1 game. You'd imagine that's going to hurt them because who knows what Monty gives up, a 4.69 ERA, Brian. So I say give me the Mets. I think Alonso back starting. He may have like a 2 for 4 night. Obviously, Lindor coming off the players only meeting that he called has a 4 for 4 night with the dinger. He's riled right after that dinger, looked right into the dugout. It's like, let's fucking go, dude. On top of that, JD obviously is going to be hot. Hopefully McNeil can get something going. Bader, I expect nothing from. But give me the Mets winning this game and give me the Mets in the over as they win this game. I don't know, Brian. 5-2, 5-3, 5-3 in the over, 5-3 in the over.
So
What do you got?
Severino's pitched well.
Let's
Hard to
go.
argue with that one. Speaking of pitching well, Stroman solid all season. Jordan Hicks has pitched pretty well for the Giants as well. Total set at 7.5. I think the Yankees are minus 140 here, or minus 135. They opened at minus 140. So I think kind of, it may be a pitcher's duel somewhat early. And I know I've been kind of thinking about these games recently, but I think it's just what I've seen of recent. So I think 2-2 after 6 innings. We tap into that giant bullpen. And then I think Giancarlo Stanton, who's been a little asleep at the wheel, almost reminiscent of Mika Zibanejad in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And I think Stanton, huge 3-run homer, opposite field into McCovey Cove, propelling the Yankees to a 5-2 victory. So it's the Yankees, and it is the under taking this first game at Oracle Park.
And the under. Wow, dude. What?
She's taking photos. That's all.
Okay.
So what?
Frenzy? Yeah, you want to do the frenzy? So what, dude? No, you were disturbing the peace, dude. Speaking of the peace, Philadelphia, baby, Citizens Bank Park. We were just talking about Josh B. The Amtrak tickets already purchased. The Phillies are taking on the Cards for another 3-game set here. This is game 1. Phillies already, I guess, lead 2-1 in the regular season series against the Cards. Miles Mikolas on the mound. An ERA ballooning to a 5.64, 3-5 on the year. Absolutely brutal. Obviously, when it comes to pitching, I think this season, the Cards, though, are sticking their head above water here at 500. But I don't see the Phillies losing this game. Aaron Nola on the mound. Again, the Cy Young. Let's go. Over under 8.5, dude. He's been pitching really well. Bryce Harper, 13 dingers on the season. That's got to be second or third in the league, right? Because Judge has
18. Soto has 15.
Okay, so yeah, maybe top 5 in the league, let's say. Alec Boehm still batting above 300. That's great. Give me Phillies and the over, which is at 8.5 here. I say the Phillies win this game. I'll say 6-3. So there we go, dude.
All right.
All right.
For
dude.
my second selection here, how do you not fade Patrick Corbin? Ashke Bahadia, 1-5, 6.12 ERA, complete train wreck. The Clay, New York native, going up against Tanner Beebe here at Progressive Field in Cleveland. I think this is an easy win for the Guardians. Everyone forgets due to their lack of offense, but solid pitching. They are 18 games over 500. So give me the Guardians here. I think the bats get going because Corbin is batting practice. We know that. So it's the Guardians 7. Corbin only 2 1/3, 5 earned runs.
Yep.
So the Guardians 7, the Nationals 2.
I like that pick.
So it's the Guardians and it's the over.
Love that, dude.
Jose Ramirez home run.
Jose Ramirez home run, really, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Plus 150.
Let's go. Next game, last game, third game here. I know, dude. I'm looking at the Padres. Dylan Cease against Michael Wacha. I mean, Michael Wacha, what a trash bag, huh? 4-5 in the season, 4.31 ERA. Dylan Cease, solid. Obviously didn't do too well against the Yankees when he pitched against them, I don't think. Nonetheless, here, I'm going to take the Padres here, over under 7.5. They're minus 140 here on the road against Kansas City. First game, these two teams are facing each other in this season. I'd say Dylan Cease. Honestly, we got to limb here. Complete game shutout.
Good call. He's struggled the last couple of starts. So
due to bounce back here in Kansas City. Love to see that. Tatis. I'll say a 3-for-4 night with a dinger and 2 doubles. Bolstering my fantasy point numbers as I'm facing head-to-head with Brian this week, believe it or not. So even the Padres. Am I losing still?
I think 8-6. Close, obviously.
All right, I got to check the teams right now after this. Doesn't matter, though. Give me the Padres, and I'm going to say the under as they win this game 4-0.
All right.
Nice.
So third game, final game, Tony. Give me the Braves over the A's. Former Yankee JP Sears, a post by Lopez. I think Ronaldo Lopez for the Braves. And listen, I know the A's have somewhat hang in there at times, but Braves, different animal. Been inconsistent. Obviously, Acuna's a big loss. But Marcelo Zuna has been on fire all season. 3 home runs in this one.
Whoa.
2 off of JP Sears.
Oh, shit.
The Braves winning this game 9-3. And
Who
just
is that
like
guy over there?
that is your baseball
Zed?
frenzy. So there should be some good
I love it.
baseball. tonight and through the weekend.
I just want to say it's great to have Jay back.
Oh my God. Outstanding.
I do miss Matt. Like, it'd be sick if Matt was here because then we'd have everybody here. Manny's in the facility.
Friday tradition.
Renee's over there. It's pretty dope.
Dude.
Yeah.
Friday
No,
tradition.
it's dope. Seems like it's been forever. And just to close up here, I'm just thinking, you
NBA?
obviously our finals matchup is set.
Can we go to the World of the NBA?
Blowout. I don't.
Whoa! What are you, Michael Butler, producing the show over there?
Yeah, I am. I mean, we
No,
never do it. We never do it.
Once the new video drops, we'll do it.
Oh!
No, honestly, it was more just a time crunch. That's the only reason I said that.
Oh.
But full on, if you want to take it away, I was just gonna say, the
Go
finals matchup set. Mavs blew them out. Heavy dogs in the finals against the Celtics, I believe.
Really?
Plus 185
Bet
for
Mavs
Dallas.
sweep.
Yes.
Bet Mavs a sweep.
Mavs in 6, dude.
Yeah, I don't know about a sweep, but I do think they will win. I definitely think that.
I was
like
one
6.
away wrong from Minnesota. I said
Yeah.
sweep. They should have swept. There were some no calls that should have been called in that 5th game or 4th game, I should say. Whatever.
Wait, the game
4th
on
game.
June 6th?
Yeah,
Yep.
dude, they get like
huge layoff. What a
What
week?
the fuck
right?
is that?
no, dude, it's ridiculous.
Or almost. No, is it a week?
Yeah, it's literally a week.
Next
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, technically, game 6 would be, or game
Thursday.
7 would be
It's Thursday.
Thursday or Friday or whatever.
Oh, gotcha.
So-
Okay.
It'd be like a couple day turnaround, actually.
Why don't you just wait for another month? Why not, dude?
Stop it.
Honestly, ridiculous.
Mavs,
Yeah, it is.
Kyrie, Luca, and Edwards post game. He's gonna be better. He's gonna come back better next year. But you know who else is gonna come back better next year?
Me?
Stop. Luca.
Oh yeah.
You think?
I know.
Do you think
know.
who's benefited
He's
more
the-
from each other though between the two of them? You think?
Oh,
I think Luca's benefited from Kyrie.
Really?
Because like he's even said it in post game. Like there was a time, game 3, where Luca was dogged, so tired, and he even said to Kyrie, "I'm so tired," and Kyrie like put his arm around him and was like, "This is what it's all about." And then that's when Luca went like on 13 in the 4th or whatever it was, and closed the game. And he's just like, he just brings a calmness we didn't have. And they even joked about it with someone giving them the Mavs a D grade in the trade.
Mm-hmm.
Back
Oh
when
my
it
God,
happened.
yeah, for Kyrie.
And they were like, "Hey, how's it going now? How's it working out now?"
I mean, it was a remarkable turnaround.
Like Kyrie, obviously,
Crazy.
I honestly think just we got to give credit to Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
Like
dude, you
ever
saw him
since he-
last night with a big smile on his face, dude.
Ever since
like,
he took
Right
over
through
the
that
Mavs,
plastic
dude.
surgery. What a smile.
Wow.
No, I don't know if you've seen it, but
I don't understand why they got to do that to themselves.
Is he actually, though?
But he never. It's not like he looked like he was 90.
No, now he looks like crazy. He looks crazy.
No, I know.
No, it's crazy. It's like it's drooping or something.
I just know from Shark Tank.
He's hanging out with Lori Loughlin too much.
Oh my God, the queen of QVC, dude.
But he just, you know what I mean? It's like, that look from seeing him on Shark Tank all the time. And then you see him now, it's like kind of a little shocking.
Yes, no,
Definitely a little
agreed.
shocking, dude.
But nevertheless, I mean, it is it is impressive what they've done. And I mean, you must feel a sense of accomplishment, Tony, picking Dallas to win the title 1 series away from that happening.
I do feel pretty good about that one, dude. It sucks. I wish it was Miami, honestly.
So, and Michael says sweep. You said 6. I say 6. Tony says
yeah, give me the gentleman's.
Gentlemen's. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is going to be interesting.
What's the gentleman's sweep?
And that'll be next week. We'll get game 1 going.
Yeah.
Gentlemen's means winning in 5.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. And then really other than that, the last thing I was just going to mention, update. How about the Canadien? So we had the first Canadien winning in like 60 years last year. Mackenzie Hughes now leading by 1 stroke on a bender today, 8 under through 13. Could potentially break a scoring record. So he's 1 shot clear of McIntyre and Skims. And obviously a lot to go here in the second round of the RBC Canadian Open.
That's right, dude.
So we'll see what happens. But it's just like, here we are, and it's another great week of shows, and just what a guest on a Friday, Jason Libertelli. And it just it was kind of symmetrical that it was Friday, because Tony had mentioned like before when you're coming in every Friday, kind of nice to have that. Great to have you back. And really appreciate everybody this week who continues to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives in the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume, the merch at downtimetv.com. We want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees, and we will see you on Monday.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do.